Your various shape tools are located right here or by pressing U. So you can do things such as create rectangles, you can create rounded squares, you can create ellipse tools, and the options for all of these remain the same. You can give it a stroke, and in CS6 you can actually change exactly what the pattern of that stroke is rather than being a solid line. It can be all sorts of things. You can change the caps. A few more options, not nearly as many options as Illustrator, but still more options, so that's nice. And there's actually even more options if you go up here and really want to start playing around with it. So this is just setting the fill color, the stroke color, and whether you want it to be a shape, a path, or pixels when you draw it. So for instance, if you have it as a path, it's just a standard path. Here, let's do this on a new layer, just so everything's straightforward. It's just a path. If you set it on pixels, so let's do this for a new shape, a polygon tool, it just gets drawn as pixels, so it's just a solid layer. So for instance, with this, because it's a shape, we can actually move the points around. It's by far the most versatile, if the most complicated, I suppose, of the three options. So let's set up a new layer. You'll notice, by the way, that these are vector layers. You can see that by that little vector icon right here. I'm going to set up a new layer. Set this to shape. I could give it a specific width and height if I wanted. I could constrain it just so they have the same thing in both boxes right there, just by hitting that button. And I'm just going to draw this right here. And I can draw multiple shapes on a single layer like this and go about here. Let's select multiple ones of them. I could go about, here we go. Let's select all of these. I could go about aligning them here. I could go about changing the stacking order. There's all sorts of things. Honestly, if I'm getting this deep into vector tools, I will normally switch to Illustrator. I would be very surprised if many people are doing advanced vector work inside of Photoshop. Just to finish showing you what you can do with this, there's a line tool, and there's also a custom shape tool that allows you to create custom shapes like this. So if we go to this drop down, there's all sorts of custom shapes you can make. If you go here, there's even more of them. You want a talking bubble? Yeah, you can do that. So there we go. A little bit of a talking bubble. So those are how to add shapes right there. For the full 4-hour Photoshop crash course, click on the link below. And to get more of the tools, just click on this link inside the video itself. Thanks for joining me.